Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jarvis S. Scott with What's Happening in Birmingham. Today, I have the honor and pleasure of being with Judge Teresa Pulliam, who is running for re-election for Place 16. Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
You're fine. Thank you for taking time out your day, especially from the campaign trail. We got a few days to go to the November 6th election. First question I want to ask you is, why are you running for re-election?
I'm a criminal circuit judge, and in Birmingham, the judges are split between civil and criminal, so I do all criminal work at the jury trial level. And I love the courtroom, and I love my job. I love what I do every day, because I get to help people every day in a number of different ways.
Okay. So, Place 16, what type of cases do you hear?
I hear the worst of the worst, primarily capital murder cases, rape cases, robbery cases, all serious felony cases. Okay.
So, your past this will be running for your third term, so what are some of your accomplishments you feel your past two terms?
Well, looking back at my campaign literature, actually from 2006, one of my taglines was working towards solutions. And that's literally what I have done for the last 13 years, is working in sentencing and prison reform, and I'm proud to say that I'm one of two judges statewide that serves on a task force in Montgomery. And we have actually passed a package of bills that has significantly already done some real good in Alabama. And we've decreased the prison population, and we have starting to see positive signs of decreased recidivism. So I've actually been working towards solutions, and I'm proud of my work in that area.
Okay. So, I guess the next question would be, what's your campaign goals and objectives for your third term?
To continue in that role, and we have a lot of work to do still in that area. We've done a lot of good, but there's a lot of work still to be done. It's real important that Alabama be smart on crime. We have a lot of serious violent crime in Jefferson County right now, and so I'm really not talking about those cases. I'm talking about property crimes and drug cases where people need help to get off drugs, and they need help getting jobs, and they need help when they get out of prison getting a driver's license. Things like that make the difference in whether somebody is going to go back to crime or whether somebody is going to actually make it straight and become a productive citizen and be a good father and husband or mother and wife and be a productive citizen again.
Okay. So, I guess the question I love to ask you is, what can a person expect if they enter your courtroom?
First of all, and I think any lawyer would tell you that I insist upon professionalism in the courtroom. Pretty much like going to church. You treat your client with respect, you treat the court with respect, and you treat each other. The lawyers have to treat each other with respect and show professionalism at all times. It's easy to forget, but it's not for me, because when anybody enters my courtroom, I know that it's probably the worst day of their life. They're there because of a miserable circumstance. So it's very important that I show respect for the family of the victims, the victim, the defendant and his family, who's going through a hard time as well. And obviously it's important for the judge to be there to set the tone for the lawyers. And so everybody is treated with dignity and respect. Okay.
Which kind of segues to my next question. You have a lot of people that every election cycle, they run for judge. What qualities should voters look for when they decide, to choose this judge or vote for this, very important seat?
Well, judges are different than other political races. Okay, judges are not to be political. They shouldn't be political. And so in judgeships, it's very important that the voter not consider party above person, but consider person above party. And you need to look at the qualifications, their years of experience. Do they do courtroom work? Do they do trial work? Depending on what type of judgeship it is, those things are very important. And also important is the opinion of lawyers and judges and people who are in the system. And I'm so proud that I received the highest endorsement of the Birmingham Bar of any other incumbent judge or candidate at 96% qualified, highly qualified, and that's something I'm very proud of. And if you were having open heart surgery, you would do a little investigation before you chose a doctor, and you would probably ask nurses and other doctors and people who have been patients. And so I think if you did that, you would be told by judges, lawyers, law enforcement, labor, I have their endorsement as well, that I'm the most qualified, well above any opponent.
Okay. I want to go back for a few seconds, and you was talking about sentencing reform, and your work involved with that. For the average Alabama voter that haven't been paying attention, to this and how it kind of relates to prison overcrowding.
Right. We, Alabama sentencing was not consistent, and so some counties that didn't have the services that Jefferson County did, and we do have a lot of drug rehab, we have a lot of prison ministry in Jefferson County. We have just about every service that I need when I sentence somebody to get them help in a number of different areas, but all counties are not as lucky. So a lot of people were being sent to prison for drug offenses and other property crimes that weren't violent. And so the package that we talked about set forth guidelines for judges to go by when they sentence, and so it takes prison out of the equation in many cases, and requires judges to follow the guidelines. And I love my discretion, but at the same time, it needs to be used in a merciful manner, and in a manner trying to help somebody become better. We need to start working on somebody when they go to prison day one and trying to rehabilitate them, so that when they get out, they're a much better person than when they went in.
Okay. Next question, very easy question. Why did you choose a career in law, or why did you want to become a judge?
My mother would tell you, if she were here, that it was because I like to argue.
Okay.
But, I did always aspire to be a lawyer. I loved the courtroom, and I have no lawyers in my family.
Okay.
So, but I did have a lot of Sunday school teachers that were lawyers, and I looked up to them, and they were mentors of mine. And so that's probably what led me on this path. And I also was a prosecutor and defense attorney before taking the bench, so it was a natural progression. I had the experience in those two different areas, and in my criminal world, I think you need to have that because it gives you different perspectives.
Okay. So for more information, they would like to contact you.
You can go to Facebook and read about what I do and various community service that I'm involved in, and my professional qualifications. And it's re-elect Teresa Pulliam. Okay.
Well, thank you, Judge. And this is part of the interview where I make the closing argument for the candidate, where the candidate can look into the camera and kind of tell the voters their last thoughts.
It is getting close to the election, and again, I stress everywhere I go how very important it is for judgeships to please research and do your due diligence in voting for the person that's most highly qualified for this job. This is a criminal judgeship, and the decisions that I make every day truly and profoundly affect somebody's life for the rest of their life. So it's very important that voters get it right and put the best person for this job in this seat. And I believe that that is me, and I would be honored to have your vote on the 6th of November. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Judge Pulliam. And website is actually re-electjudgepulliam.com as well.
Thank you.
So thank you all again, and please check out my website, What's Happening in Birmingham, for more interviews. Thank you all again, and don't forget to vote Tuesday, November 6th. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.